what did Matt Vega bring to jiu-jitsu? He brought awareness to the purple belt pimps, and he brought awareness to the purple belt knee injury. That's what it's going to go down for. Like, you're like, oh, dude, this guy is 7-time world champion. Here. Gordon Ryan, this guy invented this guard.
Black belt,
Keenan Cornelius. What did Matt do? He fucking brought awareness to purple belt pimps, and he brought awareness to the, injury of the knee of the purple belt. So that's pretty much what my claim to fame so far is in jiu-jitsu. So I don't know if that's a good thing, or maybe I just need to like improve.
Welcome back. My name's Kenny. I'm here with Matt. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, guys? How was your guys' week? How was your week, Kenny?
Good. I went back to training. I was off the week before that because I had that back injury thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I took I went that Monday 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I need to take the rest of the week off, just hoping that would help. And it did. Trained all last week. 3 days, no issues, no back issues, no back problems, no like sharp pain in the back or anything like that. So pretty good. Got some good training in.
Like I said last week, my left knee had been bugging me.
Yeah.
From I tried to open a guard, and I was like, what the hell happened to my leg?
The good knee.
I made a little post about this. Well, I tweaked my back. I did a comp class. If you follow me on Instagram, busted my eye, got a black eye, not a black guy. There's nothing wrong with that, but I had a black eye, EYE, and tweaked my back, got lapel dragged to the devil.
How'd you get the black eye?
Just trying to pass. I'm hands on the pants, and when I pass Toriando or whatever it was, I always leave with my face. I come in hard, and
there's something there waiting for you.
He high knee shield, ran into his knee,
okay.
The guy's like top 5 in the world, Helton. So it's like, it was just a fun class just to get your ass whooped. You know what I mean? So, but
yeah.
I knew like when I tweaked my back, I was like, oh, I kept rolling that day, but I was like, this is going to hurt in the morning. And then sure as shit, when I woke up the next morning, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
But I it was cool during class, but as soon as I chilled for a little bit, then I was real stiff. This is why I made that video. I was like, I had this knee injury, and the key to recovering from a knee injury
was to get a different injury.
Is just to get a different injury. So yeah, if you hurt yourself, if you hurt your back, my knee didn't hurt anymore. So the key is just to keep training, I guess, because like your injuries just transfer in this game. You're always gonna have something wrong with you. I was like, well, I guess, and literally, I swear, my knee has not hurt a day since.
No shit.
I swear. I don't know. It just doesn't hurt no more.
If I can hold off. Well, you say purple belts when the knee injury comes, so I've got a year and a half.
You got some time
before it shows up. So
it comes, and this is true because you're like, we were taking pictures and stuff. You were talking to JB. You're like, oh, so your knee's like, oh yeah, this is gone. This is hurt. You're like, wow, dude. Like every time Kenny talks to some guys at purple belts, yeah, my knee's kind of, it's the truth.
Yeah.
It is the knee injury belt to me.
Hilarious. Well, the funny thing is when we posted the clip about that, there was a shit ton of comments about people co-signing it.
Yeah, there's literally my mission. They were like, what did Matt Vega bring to jiu-jitsu? He brought awareness to the purple belt pimps, and he brought awareness to the purple belt knee injury. That's what it's going to go down for. Like, you're like, oh, dude, this guy is 7-time world champion. Here. Gordon Ryan, this guy invented this guard.
Black belt,
Keenan Cornelius. What did Matt do? He fucking brought awareness to purple belt pimps, and he brought awareness to the, injury of the knee of the purple belt. So that's pretty much what my claim to fame so far is in jiu-jitsu. So I don't know if that's a good thing, or maybe I just need to like improve and get known for something else.
I will say this, the purple belts, anytime we post a purple belt pimp meme or fucking clip or something like that, they love it.
Oh yeah.
They're tagging each other in it. So
yeah. Well, and the reason why, it's true.
Right.
First of all, it's true. Like there's some truth to everything I say about these purple belts, but it's also when I'm making a post about a belt or I'm trying to shit. Like you shit on a blue belt, like a blue belt meme.
Right.
That's low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Purple belt. That's an attainable belt for people. So they feel like, oh, even if they don't share it now,
Right.
I could be there and I'll share it in a couple months.
Right. Right.
Like you share like a black belt post.
I think it gives blue belt something to aspire to too. Like,
Right.
oh shit.
Yeah.
The game
So it's
comes
like-
with
it's
the
like-
purple belt.
Oh, yeah. The black belt has purple belt energy. Yeah. Black belts have purple belt energy, guys.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay. But like, I'm just saying, like, just go after purple belts need something, bro. And what do you guys do? You guys are savages. Train all the time, still living at home sometimes, banging broads. You know what I mean? Moms, teaching kids class.
Marab.
Yeah.
Marab's got to be something.
Hey.
Something came across that guy's feed where he's like,
Come on, man. We all know who is the leader of the Purple Belt Pimps movement. Okay. So Marab, that's cool. Hey, man, it is true. But like, Purple Belt Steer Girl, that started here. That started with me, and that started with the BJJ Balance podcast. So, everybody else is welcome. It's not a claim to fame. It's just it's a secret that everybody knows about. I just try to bring awareness to.
just shining a little light on it.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, anyways, I've been training. Training was good. Got some crazy rounds in on last Thursday. Oh, man, this Hanato guy.
Yeah.
I can't figure him out. He just wrecks me.
I've seen him do that to a lot of Poncho's black belts.
Dude.
I remember watching Scott roll with him one day. This is like maybe 6 months after Hanato got here. And Scott's looking up at him and he's like, I don't really know what to do right now. I'm kind of scared.
No. I was told like, so I was like, dude, I rolled with him one time. We went some crazy, like, we roll. It was an intense round. Boom, boom, crazy scramble. We scrambled for like 3 minutes. It was a 5-minute round. It was like a 3-minute scramble. He ends up in side control. I look at the clock. 10 seconds has went gone. So it wasn't 3 minutes. It was only 10 seconds, but it felt like 3 minutes. And he's just smashing me in side control. He's laughing. He's
I know we've briefly talked about him, but let's just give the guys flowers right now since we're already on it. This guy is built, I've said this before, he's built like a fucking Marvel superhero. It's just unfair.
He's
His
like
body type.
6'3", 6'4".
Right.
Ultra shredded. Looks like a Brazilian colossus.
Yes. Yeah.
And, and he's like 45. Like, what was that? I always say this about Yoel Romero.
Yeah.
What was this motherfucker like at 28?
Yeah, no shit. No shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was trying to roll with him. And I'm like, okay. I went standing with him, of course, because that's what we do. And I was trying to do the takedown. He pulled guard on me. He's one of the few bigs that'll just pull guard and murk your ass. So he pulls guard on me. Couldn't figure out that. Couldn't pass it. His guard retention's freaking grips. Everything's just top tier. So I'm like, okay, maybe. So I'm talking to Ponch, and I was like, hey, maybe I'm going to pull guard on him next time. Get to my lasso shit. Ponch was like, no, that's worse. Don't. Hey, he said, don't do that. That's worse. Well, I was like, well, fuck it. Whatever, dude. I'm disobedient. I freaking pulled. I was like, dude, because it wasn't working. I can't pass. And so I pulled, and, it was worse. He was fucking right. It was fucking horrible. But I love that. I love that I can, even 15 years into the game, that I can still absolutely go in there, and this dude makes me feel like a blue belt.
Yeah.
Now, he's been a black belt for 15 years.
Right.
So I am a blue belt.
Right. He's been a black belt as long as you've been in the game.
So if I've been in it for 15 years,
right,
and I go against guys 2 years, he's a blue belt. That's what it feels like.
Right.
He's 15 years longer than me. So I am a blue belt to him.
Right.
In the climb. So it just feels good that, like, these guys are out there still. I don't know. Like, crazy. Like,
so somebody had commented on the Conor meme that you had posted that Conor McGregor, because people were talking shit about Conor being a black belt, and he said Conor McGregor is an athlete first, and he will smoke the majority of black belts out there in a jiu-jitsu competition. And I said, are you out of your fucking mind?
No, man. Come on. You're not. You're not. In a jiu-jitsu, strictly jiu-jitsu grappling, you're not.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to say in an MMA fight, maybe, because you can sprawl and brawl. Like we saw Rodolfo go against Chris Curtis a couple of months back.
Yeah.
Rodolfo's the guy when I was coming up, a guy I'd watch on jiu-jitsu. That was the guy I'd follow because, that was what Bashesha was doing was not my wheelhouse. So I followed Rodolfo because I like the way he passed guard. I like a lot of his stuff. So I was like, oh, you're going against Chris Curtis. He's just gonna take him down and
have his way.
I put money. I was like, Rodolfo, easy. I rolled with Chris. Whatever. I was like, this is Rodolfo. I put money down. Rodolfo could not take Chris down. Chris's jab was too good. Chris's hands were too good. He got to the cage, could not get him down. Chris put fucking hands on him and fucking worked Rodolfo over. I think he stopped him. Not sure. But I was like, shit. Like, now that's different. If you want to go fighting.
Right.
But if it's just pure jiu-jitsu.
We talked about this back in the interview with Noah. We were talking about the ADCC and how there's blue belts out there that I genuinely feel that there's competitive adult blue belts out there that would probably smoke Connor in grappling.
Just grappling. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
to say that Connor, just because he's athletic, is going to smoke the majority of black belts in a grappling match.
Girl.
Talking
about?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Her jiu-jitsu is
top tier. And she's a blue belt.
You telling me if she got in a jiu-jitsu match with any chick in UFC, she's not winning?
Yeah.
Most of them.
I watched her at
maybe Mackenzie.
The ADCC in not the Long Beach one that was this weekend, but the Orange County one. And I watched her smoke adults, I think brown belt and black belt women in the competition. Smoke them. Like, no contest. This girl was phenomenal.
She is top tier, dude. Like, what is she going to be like in
10 years?
10 years.
Yeah.
She could be the GOAT woman grappler. Now, you would say maybe her and Mackenzie during jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
It would be like maybe the only girl in UFC that can maybe give her like a fight. Maybe I'll give the slight edge to Mackenzie because of the pedigree.
And strength. I feel like Mackenzie's really strong too.
And, she's won world titles and all this stuff.
Right.
But this girl's like 16 or 15.
I think barely 16.
She might still have teddy bears in her bed.
I don't even think I think she's
saying? Like, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah, I don't think she's been a blue belt maybe a year as well. Like, I don't even think it's been that long. Like, it's not like she's on the cusp of purple.
And now she's with Danaher.
Yeah.
And his mad scientist ass.
Yeah.
And she's getting, knowledge from Marigali and Gordon. And
right.
So it's like, dude, I mean, it's just a matter of time before, in the next 5 years, you're probably hurt. That's probably going to be the only thing that can stop her. There's only one thing that can stop her.
A purple belt.
Purple belt pimp. That's it. That's the only thing that's going to stop her. Otherwise, you
got work, boys. Blue belts coming up.
Purple belt pimps. The only thing that's going to stop Helena. Because I think, the sky's the limit. She's fantastic. I seen her rolling at a Jiu-Jitsu World League.
Oh, really?
She dressed up as a Power Ranger. Like, literally. I was like, what is going on here? Like, she looked like one of those people that, like, I don't know if you've seen TikTok where people are just like, they pretend like they're robots. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
The NPC.
They're like, oh, cool. I'm like, what am I watching right now? But I like literally watched for like 30 seconds. I'm like, oh, they're winning. I was like, that's what I was like, I'm in. I was like, thanks for the rose. I'm like, she was like dressed like a Power Ranger, looking like one of those people. And then she just out here and I'm like, who's this? And the Power Ranger. I'm like, man, you better. I didn't even know who she was at the time.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, if you wear a crazy rash guard,
you better be the shit.
Or you wear something real crazy, like the people who wear like the Jort rash guard with the freaking like a farmer and stuff. I was like, you better fucking handle your shit. Oh yeah, she backed that shit up, dude. Yeah. Fucking, fucking Triceratops, fucking Power Ranger, whatever, dude. Like, she fucking killed it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, no Zord needed. So yeah. Also, we need to give a shout out because last week we fucked up, Kenny. We fucked up 2 weeks ago. I put a thing out for grappler, tag a grappler that no one knows about who deserves more of a following, and we completely forgot. We dropped the ball, and the New Year's got us. So I want to give a shout out to Brandon Keel. And I think it's at B Keel Jiu-jitsu. He's a professor up there, I think Ottawa.
Yeah,
Jiu-jitsu.
Canada. I knew he was in Canada.
Canada, has a school up there. So shout out to you. You got tagged a lot in that post. Looked at your stuff. Competes a lot, IBJJF. He says he's going to come down to States this year. So shout out to him for, just doing the thing up there, bringing jiu-jitsu. Bonjour, my friend. Congrats. Shout out to him.
That applies, folks. That applies.
So, hey, new UFC last night.
297.
297. A lot of people in my DMs. I don't know why. But UFC 297 half sleeve. Every fucking girl.
Yeah.
The girl walking out, the security, everybody had a half sleeve on that card. I thought the best fight of the night, obviously the main. We'll get to that in a second. But I also enjoyed the Chris Curtis fight.
Yeah, it was a good fight. That was a good fight.
And I enjoyed the Arnold Allen fight too. With the hand on the ground, knee.
Yes.
hand.
Yeah.
It was a good card.
What was the one with
But that girl fight, hey,
the Neil Magny fight was kind of a
Neil Magny fight was pretty sick too.
dude. I had him I'm like, dude, he's getting his ass handed to him. This kid was I'm going into the last round, and I'm not sure, I can't remember who he fought, but
Mike Marlowe.
yeah, and I had Marlowe by decision.
I want to say Marlowe was like plus 500.
Yeah,
He was like a favorite, or he was minus 500. Sorry,
and he was doing the thing until that last round, and fucking A, if Neil didn't just capitalize on that shit.
So did he take the back and miss it and end up on bottom? I'm not sure. But there's a thing I say. You don't want to, if you're competing, don't jump the back.
Yeah.
If you drew high on the back and you miss, next thing you're on bottom. Now, Neil Magny's the kind of guy who can stand on his own hands. The guy's got hell of a reach.
Right.
So he just put leather to chin, dude. And next thing you know, he's cooking your ass with,
And dude was just burnt. He tried multiple head and arms and whatnot. He tried I think a guillotine or something like that. His arms were burnt. So by the time Neil Magny got on top, he had no strength to frame. He was just, yeah. Neil played that like a fucking pro, dude. Like an experienced veteran that knew what he was.
I saw a meme today from, I think it's a little meme account at Straight Arm.
Uh-huh.
And they under 1,000 followers. So at Straight Arm, follow them, hook them up. Made a meme. It was pretty funny. It had like Marlowe just gassed, laid out, sprawled out. And it's like when you're a 20-something-year-old white belt and you go against a purple belt with 3 kids in a 401k or something like that. I was fucking laughing. I thought that was pretty fucking funny. I'm going to actually, if you go to Host Nation Threads, I don't know if you guys have a Threads, but I have a Threads. If you go to on the Threads, I'll repost it there so you guys can see it and give the guy a follow. But that was pretty funny. 297. Okay. So who'd you got in the main event? First of all, Red Dildo Night. We're going to get to the women's main event. That shit was whack. Okay.
I had Drickus I think I had Drickus second round knockout on the verdict.
So
not because I wanted it. I wanted Sean to win.
Okay.
But I honestly, it was XP. I dumped 600 XP on it. I just thought it was going to be, if he knocks him out in the second, I'm going to get paid in XP. So I went that one.
I picked Sean to win. And I had Sean winning by decision. Put all my XP on it by decision. Because I thought, I think it's going to be DDPs is going to be, he's hard to get rid of. And I think it's go the distance, which it did. But I did score Drakus winning. I had Sean winning round 1, Drakus winning the next 3, and then Sean winning 5. Just because, the takedowns, some people like, the octagon control or whatever. Or like he didn't do nothing with the takedowns. And maybe so, but I thought that was like the most significant parts of the round.
I thought I gave the second to Sean because the eye started to close up. Like he was doing damage with that jab, man. Sean's jab is fucking something else.
Yeah, it is a good jab. So, what's next? Do you think, we're going to let Sean run it back? What's next for Sean? What's next for Drickus? Is Drickus going to get Izzy?
I saw, well, Izzy posted something, a picture of him training. Obviously, he wasn't training at that time, but I think it was, saying like, I'm coming back. I think Izzy thinks he can beat Drickus, and I don't know. I don't know, man.
I don't know because look at.
I think
Drickus is going to take him down.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think they should run it back for Sean. And given that Dana's feelings on it, I think that may happen if Sean wants to.
Sean's white hot right now.
Yeah.
He's like went from.
I made this comment last night. Sean has the same appeal that Nate Diaz has.
Right.
Win or lose, his star just gets bigger and brighter.
People are going to love him.
Yeah.
He's a fan favorite. And he's got that. Yeah. He's got that. Like, I don't care. He's got almost like a Cowboy Cerrone mystique now.
Yeah.
Like Cowboy Cerrone never won anything, but always one of the most popular fighters.
Oh, yeah.
So he's right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
I agree.
I mean? So, and he's got a world title to his name now.
Yeah.
So, former champion, it's always going to be when they announce him. So, sky's the limit. I think, I don't know if his eye will be ready for 300.
True. Oh yeah. He did get that cut.
It's a real bad one. Said he got a headbutt, so.
I think they should let Sean run it back. I think that's what Dana probably wants as well. I think Izzy, I don't know. I don't really see him having much of it.
How do you,
but here's the looming dark horse in that whole division. I think Hamzat comes in and I think Hamzat could fuck most of them up. I think Hamzat fucks up Drickus.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
What was one thing that you noticed different about Sean's last night?
His pressure wasn't the same that it was on Izzy.
You got him walking backwards a little bit, which is
Yeah.
hard to do because he likes to be a bully in there. But he had Alex in his corner,
Yeah.
but it was the different Alex.
Different Alex.
It wasn't Alex Rahadi. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and I think Alex has always been. Alex was there, but for some reason he didn't walk out with Sean. I don't know what that was about. But if anybody don't know who Alex Rahadi is his oldest coach. He also trains at our gym. So I don't know what's the story of that. Maybe I can get the scoop. But I guess if Alex Pereira wants to be in your corner,
Right.
you'll be like, hey.
I liked the corner talks too. I think Sean's coach did a good.
Oh, dude, he's great.
Yeah. That motivation. It was funny to listen to Drickus's corner. They're just like, even after the first round, they're like, he's tired. You could see it. And Sean's standing there, like not breathing heavy or anything. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's sitting down on the stool. I'm like, hey, the guy ain't tired, dude. He ain't tired. I did think like Sean looked a little tired, like the fourth.
Yeah. Yeah. A little more gas than we're used to seeing him.
But obviously going backwards, you get more tired than you are when you're pressing the fight forward.
Yeah.
So walking backwards is a lot more tiring. He's so good at chicken kicks though.
Oh, I know.
God, dude.
I know. He predicted he would lean back. Like he's so good at seeing you project your punches. And I think he just knew like the kick's coming. So he would just be ready to check it,
The only thing he was still was that left head kick from Drickus. He hit that a little bit. But besides that, like it took Drickus like 3 rounds before he could start touching him.
Did you feel the announcers were a little biased? I really felt like DC and oh God, what's his name?
Cruz.
Yeah, we're really. He's getting closer. Like in the first like 3 rounds, they were just hyping up Drickus. Like I didn't see. Yeah, I'll give him the 3rd round, but it's not like he did a ton of damage. He just got some takedowns, and Sean kind of like backed off a little bit.
Look,
but I really felt they were leaning into the.
In my opinion, did you think the UFC really wants Sean as their champion?
I think
you just signed Bud Light back. You just.
I think popularity wise,
he went ham on that woke reporter
right
the day before. Like, I think as a fan, we love that shit.
Dana made a in the press conference last night. Somebody had mentioned Sean, and I think one of the reporters said something about putting a muzzle on Sean or something like that. And Dana went off on
leash. Yeah,
a leash. Yeah.
He's like, this is freaking. We want freedom of speech. Is what we do, which I agree with 100%. They're fighters. They're supposed to be a little wild. But I think as your champion, like you're not going to send Sean to Sports Center, or you're not going to send him to PR.
Right.
He's not. I don't know if he's PR friendly. Like, hey, this is champion. We're going to send him to the Boys and Girls Club. You know what I mean? here's the thing, little shits. You know, you're like, I don't.
My wife made a comment last night. She goes, I hope that with Sean's newfound fame that he uses it for some good and maybe opens like a gym for kids that have been abused or something like that.
That'd be good. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Because kids are what are important. And I kind of want to talk about kids in jiu-jitsu today. And I kind of want to talk about helicopter parents, because I went to a wrestling tournament a couple weeks ago, or last weekend. Saw my little cousin wrestles here in town. And I have to go to my car. My daughter wanted something out of the car. I'm like, great. So I go out to the car. And I just see this parent from another kid from another team just going off on their kid. This kid is like 7, 8 years old. And he's just like, why are we here? That was embarrassing. What are you doing? Wow. This dad just lighting this kid up. And I was like, dude, like, you think this kid's going to want to wrestle when he's 15, 16? Yeah, no what shit. Are you doing? What? Like I just kept walking, but I was like, you look like an idiot, sir. Like, and it's, you always see these parents in the stands or in the bleachers during your kid's practice, and they're getting, you can look at you always see the kid looking up there. And why is the kid always looking in the stands? Because they're like, I want to make sure my dad's not mad, or I want to make sure, you know what I mean? Like, right. And it's like, if you're, just let the professors teach your kids. Right. Like if I put my daughter in jiu-jitsu and I know she wants to, and I feel like she's always looking up at me, like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? I'm going to have to leave. And I'm a black belt. But like, I don't want to distract her. And I don't want her to, like, these are your coaches. Let them coach. I saw on another podcast, someone said like, hey, if you think you could do better, why don't you come roll with me, and I'll put you in that position and see if you could get up or see if you could move. Like, I think parents think they got it figured out, and they don't realize how tough jiu-jitsu is. Like, quit being helicopter parents. Leave your kids alone. They're trying to, no kid wants to lose. They're all trying hard in front of their parents.
I say there's enough pressure already there being in the match. You don't need the added pressure of, are you going to disappoint your parents?
You're handcuffing your kids because, and this happened to me when I was in high school. Okay. We had I played basketball, believe it or not. We had a very, Bob Knight, very coach who would throw chairs and like real strict coach. Like he was like a loud yelling, and he would like strike fear in the kids on the team. Like, you can't do this. You can't do this. You can't shoot from here. Like, you know, like whatever. Like, everybody was afraid if you made one mistake, you're out. You're on the bench. Like, what he did was he took the freedom away. He took the freedom away of me or other players on the team. This is what you're doing if you're a helicopter parent. If you're a helicopter parent and you're always in your kid's ass for fucking messing up, right? That kid cannot explore and develop his game into something else. He can't evolve his game. He's not going to go for an arm because he wants to play it safe. He doesn't want to miss. He's not going to go for a switch or something. He's not going to, practice. Right. He's a child. Let him make his mistake, mess up, lose. And so he can learn on his own. Like, well, I tried it. I missed it. I better not do that next time. But by yelling at him, he's just going to shell up and be very safe. And if you're very safe as a kid, you don't develop.
Because they don't want to run the chance of repeating that mistake again and going through that same.
I don't want to drive home and have my dad just yelling at me all the way home.
Right.
Like, so because of that.
How about don't live through your fucking kids too? You know what I mean? Like, one, if you already played the sport and being a parent to a child who plays a sport is where your career ended, like, maybe you aren't the best advice, or if you are that great of a coach, go fucking coach team.
There's a time and a place.
Right.
Like I've said, I do the 24-hour rule. We can both cool down and reassess ourselves. But like, right. I'm never going to be the guy who just lights my kid up for doing something that I put him in.
Right.
You put him in wrestling. You put him in jiu-jitsu. And he probably didn't want to do that. And you put him in because you got to be better, the best for him to become a man, to become a strong kid, to become a good, strong, independent girl. You put him in this martial arts. Now they're doing what you wanted them to do, and they mess up, and you're going to light their shit up on the way home and yell at them and tell them how bad they are. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, let the coaches coach. Because I guarantee you this, if you have a good coach, when your kid loses, what are they doing? They're hugging your kid and be like, you did great. I'm just happy that you're out here having a great time.
You gave it a shot.
You gave it a shot. And if you're a parent that's like so mad that your kid lost, you're pathetic. And that's little dick energy.
You're going to shut your kid off from it too. You know what I mean? Now your kid's going to hate it.
Yeah.
He went from maybe enjoying it and being down on himself like, fuck, I like this and I lost, so I already don't feel good, to where they're going to be like, well, fuck this. You know what I mean? Like
I'm not going to, screw this. Like,
so
why?
You put your kid in them to develop, or in the sport to develop some character.
Thing is your wife or your girl is going to yell at you again for being that dad.
Hopefully.
Because this is why women they hate dads who are like this.
Right.
If your kid messes up in the game, your dad no one likes that guy. That guy's a fucking douchebag.
Sadly, he probably acts that same way towards his lady as well. So
that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Fucking
A, man. Oh, what a bummer.
Fucking bullies,
Yeah.
Speaking of bullies, why is Mikey Musumeci yelling at us, dude?
Oh my God.
This dude's like, I hate bullies. Just going straight.
I'm going to take his lunch money.
Going Hulk Hogan promo on us. Like, blink.
It's
blink twice if you're okay, Mikey. The guy didn't blink once. You know what I'm saying? And then Keenan Cornelius, follower, Keenan Cornelius came out and said, I think Mikey's being the bully.
Right.
Because this guy's just making jokes on a podcast.
Yeah, he's a streamer. He sits in front of a computer, talks to a webcam. He watches clips that are viral and he gives commentary on them. And that's all he did. And he was making jokes.
And he even said, it's like, you fucked me up.
Yeah.
So like, you're being a bully. I kind of agree with Keenan.
He goes, even if we fight, he goes, what? He goes, you're a world champion. I'm a guy who trains boxing sometimes.
Yeah, you're gonna fuck me up.
Even if we did an MMA fight, you're gonna take my leg and rip it off and beat me. He's just like,
you're right.
He's like, what are you trolling me right now?
I get what Musumeci was trying to do, right?
Yeah.
I get what he's trying to do. Like, he did. And like I said, if you make a public opinion, someone has the right to make a public opinion to respond.
Yeah.
And Musumeci's just responding to what the guy said.
Yeah.
So he had all right to do what he did.
I think it, I don't know. It's hard to, I'm trying to like play different scenarios out in my head. And I'm like, if Mikey hits him up directly and is like, hey, if you have an issue, then like, let's settle it. Then that seems like maybe he actually was like offended by it. And then the other guy already won because I hurt your feelings.
It's just,
so maybe he played it the right way by
the best way that he could have played it is not respond, just because he's Mikey Musumeci, world champ. He doesn't need to respond.
Right.
He's the belt holder for freaking one. You know what I mean? Like
in defeating legends.
Right. You don't need to respond.
Right.
Your resume speaks for itself. There's no need. Like,
saw a video of him doing some kickboxing. Posted yesterday.
He's a good man. It's always the awkward ones that are fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, but he's the reason, like, even though the pros of homeschool, he's the one reason why, like, that's like one of the reasons why I don't want to keep my kid in public school. You know what I mean? So, but, yeah, that was wild. Dude. I was like, what the hell's going on here? I was like, of all people coming crazy, a lot of his videos are very serious. He comes in, he's like, hey guys. I'm like, whoa, dude, take it down, dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah, why is Mikey Musumeci yelling at us? Anyways, fan questions. Fan questions sounds good.
Stephen Graham, BJJ _.
Mm-hmm.
Consistent pod watcher. Would you rather be trapped in the Matrix or the Lord of the Rings universe?
Oh, it's easy. It's Lord of the Rings for me. It's Lord of the Rings.
Do you go back with the knowledge that you have?
I'm an out of shape black belt with bad knees.
The knowledge.
The knowledge.
The knowledge you have.
On what, if I'm in it's Lord of the Rings for me, because I'm be 100% honest with you guys. I've never seen The Matrix.
Really?
Never.
I can't speak for the later ones, but the first two were good.
And everybody's like, they're so good.
Yeah.
And I tried to watch one like a year ago. I was like, all right, let's fucking watch this shit. And it's like all these tubes and this freaking, I'm like, what is going on here? I'm out. I was like,
I think it was almost one of those, like you had to be like, it's a period movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like you had to have watched The Matrix when it came out, because it was like, nothing was like that, you know? No, there was no movie
it's like a time period. It's not like when your chick's on the rack, throw The Matrix.
No. Yeah.
Honey,
so
I'm
in the
cramping.
90s,
Get the heating pad. Put fucking Neo on.
I think. Ooh, Keanu.
Whoa.
I think it was just like there was nothing that had come out like that at that time, so it was like, oh my god, you know, in the 90s. And now there's a nostalgia attached to it that if you watched it then and you watch it now, it takes you back to that time. But if you just if you've never seen it and now you go watch it, it might not be as I don't know, impactful.
Right. I can see that. Blue pill, red pill.
Yeah.
I made a bunch of memes like that. And I'm a hypocrite now because I don't even know what the fuck that means. I just make the meme. Sorry, guys. So it's definitely Lord of the Rings. Elves are hot. They talk that little elvish. Yeah, I mean, I'm in, dude. All the Lord dragons, hobbits, talking freaking things.
Can I be a human? I don't want to be a hobbit.
I think you can be whatever you want.
I just want to be
I'd be an elf.
All the elves are tall.
They're tall. They live forever.
Yeah.
That's why they think all the other race humans suck, because they're basically babies.
Yeah.
They're going to live like 60 years when they live like 600.
Yeah. Pussy.
Yeah. I'm in.
Yeah. Way to get cancer and die, pussy.
Freaking. Yeah. Idiot. Prostate cancer. What's that? What's her name? Liv Tyler.
Yeah.
Fucking dime.
Then, yeah.
Definitely. Lord of the Rings for sure. What's next?
Wendy Williams, the barber. Wendy the barber. Fight, kill, chill. Bob Saget, John Stamos, Dave Coulier.
Dave Coulier. Okay, mine's easy, and I'll let you go second. Mine's easy. I'm as much as we like Danny Tanner, and we all know here that I am a 1990s sitcom connoisseur. Okay, you know, Danny Tanner, Wake Up San Francisco. He had the whole thing going, right? But Bob Saget, my man's already gone. So we're going to kill Bob Saget, okay? Because you know what? Everybody's grieved. Everybody's over it. We're not going to upset any more people. We're going to chill, you know, with John Stamos because A, he knows the Beach Boys. Top shelf pussy John Stamos hangs out with. You know what I mean? He's got great hair. Still got good hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He sings that one song on Full House. You know, this is great. You know, I just feel like John Stamos is going to be a funner hang. You know, he probably just does. I mean, even though I don't, he probably does blow every once in a while. Still, he's in that party scene. John Stamos, and then we're gonna fight Dave Coulier because Canadian dated Alanis Morissette.
Did he really?
He did in the 90s. The whole song's about him.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Her hit.
No shit about Dave Coulier.
That's Dave Coulier.
Yeah, you're breaking Alanis' heart.
Yeah, here, dude. Remember when she was naked in that video?
Yeah.
That was wild. Something about the 90s where you'd be like, man, ew, gross. But now I'm older. I'm like, it's not so bad. Like I used to think that in the 90s when Bill Clinton had his thing with Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I was like 5th grade. I'm like, oh, gross. This chick's ugly with a little top hat. What the fuck? Look at Monica now. Hey.
She's getting cigared.
On your knees, say a prayer, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she's getting the Cuban.
Fucking stain that dress.
Oh my God.
Not a lot better looking than I gave her credit for in the 90s because why? Because we were stuck on Pam Anderson.
Yeah.
We were comparing everybody to her. And Monica was not so bad. Like this if you thought Monica was not so bad. And then Dave Coulier also was a hockey guy, so I think he likes to scrap a little bit.
Yeah.
And he has Mr. Woodchuck. You know? So like you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that guy. Let's fucking throw. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna chill with Bob Saget because he's a actual comedian, and his stand up is fucking hilarious.
And you get the credit of bringing back someone to life,
right? And he's loved by comedians that I love. So like he's and he used to have like during like the Girls Gone Wild era, there was like Bob Saget party videos of like him out and about and just topless bitches and shit like that. Bob Saget was a wild man, like outside of Full House.
Norm Macdonald or Bob Saget? Got to bring one back. Who you bring it back? Who you bringing?
Norm.
Norm was cool.
Norm was there was a episode of Saturday Night Live that I remember when I was in like junior high that came out, and there's like 3 skits with him in it that I have stuck in my head to this day. One of them was like he was doing the weekend update, and he's talking about the Clintons, and he tells a joke, and people are like, "Ooh," and he goes, "What? The Clintons? They're murderers. You didn't know that? Come on." And then he talks about Michael Jackson. He goes, "What? He molests kids. You guys didn't know?"
Oh yeah, his comedy was so much better when you get older.
Yeah, and then there's like a skit of like making fun of West Side Story, the fucking musical, and there's the 2 gangs fighting, the Puerto Ricans and the Italians or whatever, and he's like going to start the fight, and all of a sudden he's like, Stinky, get out here, and the guy like. There's music playing, like piano music, and the guy comes out from the trash can. He's dancing. And he goes, "Oh no, that's not good." And they start singing and whatnot. And then he goes, "Here's a song for you. While you guys were singing and dancing, I got stabbed by a Puerto Rican."
Or when he plays Sean Connery in Jeopardy. He's great. Yeah. Norm Macdonald, come on back, baby.
So chill, Bob Saget. Fight John Stamos, and kill Collier.
Kill Collier.
Because I think if he's gone, no one's going to miss him.
He could be gone now.
Yeah. And I think more people, at least what I'm aware of, more people miss Bob Saget than care about Dave Coulier not being dead.
And I'm going to say this right now, low key, the most attractive person to come out of that show, it's a tie between DJ and Stephanie.
I haven't seen Stephanie as an adult.
Stephanie just had a birthday yesterday.
Candace Cameron was pretty hot.
Candace Cameron's really still pretty hot. Really into religion. So it's going to be...
oh, that's right. Her brother was...
It's going to be some serious missionary and like 15 dates to get a finger in. You know what I'm saying? But... And when there's nothing wrong with that.
Didn't Stephanie do porn or some shit like that?
I don't know. I think she got really into the drug game.
Yeah.
She got some bolt-ons. She works out. She's definitely taking Pilates. Like, good for Jodie Sweetin. Next question.
Ecan 2, what is the best detergent or way to wash your Ghee odor free?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Ecan 2, Woo, or whatever your name is. Your boy don't do his own laundry. I'm married.
I got you for this.
I'm married. My wife does my laundry. We're a throwback in my house. She cooks. She does my laundry. I mow the lawn. Do the oil changes.
Clean the pond.
Clean the pond. This is how we do things at our house.
Ghee's. So my washing machine has a sanitary setting where it washes it with like super hot water. And it's like a 2-hour cycle. It's like it takes forever.
Yeah, I think we have that too.
So I hit sanitary setting and I'll throw like a scoop of OxyClean in with it. And you got it. I guess the important part, I hang dry them afterwards. I saw, yours go outside or whatever. Mm-hmm. Don't let them sit in the washing machine. As soon as they're done, pull them bitches out and hang them.
OxyClean, the beard guy, not Henner. God, we got some shit for that.
Pour a scoop in the
look. God, no, I'm not gonna do it again.
You got a lot of fucking hate for that. I thought it was hilarious,
dude.
There's a lot of people that were just like, you just don't understand the system.
I guess not, dude. The guy's like, remember the guy in the gray and the striped belt?
Yes. Oh yeah,
my God, Tell him, Kenny.
This dude has he's talking shit to Matt, a black belt, Matt the black belt. You just don't understand, and then Matt goes, "Hey, look, maybe when you're a higher belt someday, it'll make more sense to you." I am a higher belt, and then we go and click on his profile picture, and he has a white belt with a black stripe down the center of it, which is a fucking child's belt.
It's a child's belt. It's a kid's belt.
The IBJJF just fucking made a thing like a year ago.
Where were promotions? Epstein Island. That's like child's belt, brother. It said a combatives belt and and I Googled it. It's like Gracie combatives belt. And it said, could be considered a blue belt. Well, just give him a blue belt. That's just proof that it's a fucking money grab.
Yeah.
They're trying to create middle belts between belts. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
pink belts. Great. Well, come on, man. Just get
There's a camo belt. Not kidding you.
What do you get for that? What is the camo belt?
Fucking over the pants handy.
One of these days, this podcast is going to have a person on a computer and just be looking stuff up for us.
Yes. A producer.
One of these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, also, defense soap has detergent.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how it smells. We don't use that. I think we use Tide.
Yeah. I use regular defense soap for.
I use regular defense soap for my body.
Yeah.
But after I train, but I don't,
They have Ghee wash. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Defense, if you want to send us some Ghee wash, or if any Ghee wash companies want to send us some Ghee wash to try.
Yeah, we'll wash our balls with it.
I'll give it a shot.
What we got?
Dami asks, can a blue belt give a private, or is he stealing from upper belts?
I mean,
I think that's
if he's taking money, you shouldn't. You should not be taking money as a blue belt.
I think it should go based off of his professor's recommendation. If his professor's like, dude, no, don't. You know what I mean? Like,
no professor's gonna.
Right. Well, Zach does.
But yeah, I guess. I mean,
but he does privates with mostly children.
Personally,
little kids.
Personally, I don't think blue belts should be given privates. Personally.
Yeah.
I think, I just don't, I just don't.
I even feel hesitant about purple. I think
kids,
brown.
Maybe kids. Right?
Yeah.
I think blue belt should be down. If a blue belt knows something that I don't know, I'll ask him in the class, hey, bro, show me what you did here. I have no problem doing that. But like to take money, but if you're a part owner of the school or you're part of it's like your academy, then like, hey man, like, and I get, but yeah, I mean, I guess it comes down to like, are you willing to give him the money? If you're willing to pay this guy for the skill that he knows that you want knowledge from,
right,
then that's between you and him. And so, yeah, I guess but personally,
most privates are done in a gym though too. You know what I mean? So usually the professor wouldn't allow it.
Right. You have to sign off on it.
Yeah.
So if it's cool, if it's all good and you're like down to give this kid or whoever it is your money, go for it.
Yeah.
Like some blue belts are fucking really good.
Right.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah. And if they've been training since they were 5 and then another 17 and have a blue belt.
So yeah, if they got the skills, but to me personally, I would just ask the professor instead.
Yeah.
Because that would, if it's the same price. Now, if it's a discounted price,
right,
for the blue belt, then I don't know. To me, I feel like no, I would not. I would not want my blue belts giving privates if I had an academy, because there's so much they don't know yet.
Right. I think it would be good for brown belts to do so, because the next step is being a professor and being a black belt.
If it comes to kids though, right?
Yeah.
Kids is different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's kids, like he's helping kids,
right?
Or like they're helping kids class, like, because you can teach them different things. So I guess, but like adults, like I wouldn't want, like, because what if you teach them something wrong? Then that's on you.
Right. Create a bad habit.
Yeah. So you think what I'm thinking, partner?
Aim for the bushes, my man.
Aim for the damn bushes. Guys, thanks for everything. Thanks for all the follows and support. We're growing fast on YouTube. Our best YouTube to date was last week's podcast. Spotify's doing well. They're all doing well. We owe that all to you guys. Follow Freak Party BJJ.
Yeah, change the name
on Instagram. He added the second J. Follow me at OsNation BJJ. All platforms. We appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Os.